The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennial.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard
line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. On your team. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Green, come with me. It's a safety creep.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Blue ready.
Man, I got you. Slam.
Let's convert.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Caught right side, Tate. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Wait.
Whip. Watch the whip. Mike.
Green, come with me.
Jameis to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Black 25.
Check. Watch 54.
Green, come with me.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And an alley to run. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Hey, let's go. 70 ending. 54. Mike, 54. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Barkley. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Wins championships, baby. Hatchet. White.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Allen now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Mike 5-4.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Right there. 54.
5 wide. And we got to get the touch.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, hold. Pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check 52.
From the gun on third down, Allen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
19 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Check 25. Check 25. Wait. Let him go.
Jameis now on first down. Being chased out left to Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
3 buds.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
50, Mike's 50. Watch the out. Watch the
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Come on. Sunday.
Switch.
Easy. Hey.
Here we go. 50.
Mike, we go.
Now Winston. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check. Alert. Pass 85. Pass 85.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Pass 85, pass 85.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Let's go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
To the air, Allen. And incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the 2nd half to play.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Check 43.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. 2nd half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This is fielded at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Allen. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch the run, watch the run. Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jace Sternberger, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, foxtrot.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
36-yard line.
58 to Mike. Man out. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Here I come. He's checking. Crash. Check.
They go play action. Winston. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Cowboys, 1st down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch out.
On 1st down, Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
36.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Watch a slap.
2nd down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Half 85, half 85. Check, Mike, 54. 56, 56. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that.
On first down, Allen going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Alert, alert, alert. Alert 3. Hey, tight.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to take another shot here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Win the rep. Let's go right here. Mike's back.
Allen will try again on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Check right 54. Right 58. Alpha. Come on.
Now Allen to throw. To throw on third down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Allen to throw it. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Alex Anzalone. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Another try for Barkley. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards? From the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Ravens.
14 spill. Fresno. Half.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking deep for Elliott. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the run, it's Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Black 25.
Mike 58, right there.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, hold.
To throw is Haller. Completes it to Lee. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Five wide.
I got it.
Allen to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
To throw is Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down.